are these people?
It's time to wake up. Come on, get up.
First union in American history.
Yeah!
To the first union in American history.
Yeah!
Words can't describe this feeling, though. We put in our blood, sweat, and tears. That memo that came out, calling me not smart or articulate. Ironically, they also said to make me the face of the whole unionizing efforts, which I had no intention at the time.
That's the problem. You let an entire movement hinge on one person. It's time to wake up. Come on, get up.
When we reached out initially to David, he didn't want to do the show.
He did, yes.
So you're telling me you're a union leader. When the fuck do you see union leaders on mainstream media?
Never.
Do you think his fucking phone is ringing off the hook a month ago, 3 months ago, last fucking year?
Robert has a pretty big title. Sometimes he goes first. But we're starting with you, Christian. Thanks for being here today.
And he's the lead Amazon protest organizer joining us from New Jersey there. Thank you, Chris. Really appreciate your time.
Here in New York, in an historic victory for labor rights.
It's the man himself, Christian Smalls, president of the victorious Amazon Labor Union.
You must be taking special pleasure in this victory, right?
Well, I certainly am rooting for you. I mean, maybe if they throw some more woke slogans at you, you'll forget you can't feed your family.
Right.
Chris, I appreciate your coming on. Thank you very much.
The biggest victory in the modern American labor movement. And it was a battle that was fought tooth and nail.
The Union victory at Amazon Warehouse in Staten Island is by far the biggest beat the odds David versus Goliath unionization win I've seen. And he covered labor for decades for the New York Times. That would make you the proverbial David. How did you do it?
First union at Amazon. You went to war with Goliath.
With Bezos.
This is not just David and Goliath. I mean, this is David and Goliath squared.
He really represents a modern-day David and Goliath story that I think inspires a lot of people.
People are calling this a David versus Goliath type of story.
Goliath, Christian, was not actually technically a billionaire, although he was large. He was in good fighting shape. Based on my knowledge of the story, well, such as it is.
And this is David versus Goliath, and I can tell you now, we all got to be David.
We want to thank Jeff Bezos for going to space, because when he was up there, we were signing people up.
You thanked him for flying in his penis-shaped rocket.
So I'm just telling the truth, you know, and he need to know that. You know, he thanked us when he came back. You know, we paid for that trip. So, you know, in this case, we wanted to remind him that you keep going to space, we're going to continue to unionize.
You are now a national figure in this new labor movement.
That's the problem. You let an entire movement hinge on one person, and they cut the fucking head off of your movement.
We have unity of action. We lack unity of thought. But our unity of action, I mean, it shocks us. In 1965, the African and whites revolted. I mean, revolted. They shocked America, shocked themselves. We did that.
What's your approach from here? To what degree do you think you can cooperate more with Amazon leadership, or to what degree do you think that's wise?
This is almost an open letter to Christian. If you're out there listening, if anyone sends this to you, right, you know, just keep in mind who has been supporting you.
It's time to wake up. Come on, get up.
Let's make sure he sees this and hears this. You know, don't sell out. Don't forget about the people behind you, the people who amplified you.
And now they're controlling the narrative on you, which they put AOC out and Bernie out.
She's doing an extraordinary job. Please welcome Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
So screw this ish. I am not voting for any of you fools in November.
We've got their back. We've got their back.
You should have never invited Bernie Sanders and AOC because it's not going to elevate it. You let them know, like, hey, you turned our back on us. You don't come with us. What kind of message do you think that would have sent to the other Congress people out there had you done that? Instead, you will open arms to these people. Oh, this ain't about Republican or Democrat, but let these progressives come on in, and now let's hype up the progressives. Just because you say this isn't about Republican or Democrat doesn't mean it's so if the actions don't back it up. And at the end of the day, what did we get?
What do you think every Republican gets to do now? They get to fight you, right? You appear as an adversary now to right-wingers. At Shutdown Amazon is now either co-opted or has explaining to do. In less than 1 month, he showed up to GQ, Teen Vogue, shaking at POTUS's hands.
I mean, for me, seeing the the warm welcome from Joe Biden and stuff.
Good trouble, man. I am. Like you. Good trouble. You're my kind of trouble. Good trouble. Congratulations, man.
Right now, it just looks like Biden and company are treating him like a puppy, basically, like a cute little puppy. Whereas, you know, Chris should be coming in like a pit bull. In the sense of they should be fearful of him.
I got in a little trouble by it. You may recall I was saying I'm looking forward to them being organized. Yeah, well, you got it done in one place. Yeah. Let's not stop. That's right.
Just met the president, LOL. He said I got him in trouble.
Good. But
okay, so I mean, just want your take on this,
shit?
Fam.
Does he really believe that?
But, fam, what ended up happening is that Biden actually approved
huge federal contracts for Amazon anyway, to the point where Jacobin had to write about it.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
Seriously? What the fuck? You are such a fucking asshole who doesn't care about the people.
I mean, this whole thing stinks to high heavens. I mean, and I'm glad you got in there and you fought and you did something. But what do we get? What do we get? We haven't gotten anything yet. We don't know. Use your power correctly. And don't forget that this guy that you're going to shake his hands, he's the one who created all the conditions in which we're swimming in right now.
It's go time. Come on. Don't let your movement hinge on one person. It doesn't work. FDR did the same fucking thing. History lesson. Go read your fucking history books. What did FDR do? He took the socialists. He took the communists. He talked the talk. He gave them the New Deal. He gave them the federal jobs program. And then he cut the fucking heads off of their movement. And he absorbed their leaders. And he crushed their movements for 100 years. You got nothing since. Nothing. All the wealth going to the top 1%. And you got shit. Even during the pandemic, what did they give you? Fucking scraps, crumbs of $1,200. That's how much they respect you. And then Bernie Sanders is like, Joe Biden was a friend of mine.
Like, how do you not see those optics?
Wake up, asshole.